guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to show you guys how to make your own face mask. So there has been an increased number of people who got infected by the COVID-19. Therefore it is very important for us to wear masks. So despite the amount of masks available on the store or anything or anywhere online, we still have to wear a mask to protect ourselves and protect other people as well. So that's why I come up with this way to create your own mask, so that you don't have to spend a lot of money to buy the mask, and you don't have to like queue to like get those surgical masks. So without further ado, let's just get started. So the first the stuff that you need are actually like old t-shirt, probably old t-shirt or any old fabric that you don't use, but make sure that you wash them first. Wash them and dry them first. So I have washed them and I've cut them. So first you need the big layer, the big piece, which is something like this. So this is 26 times 24 centimeter. You can actually adjust the size accordingly to your own face. This is actually my measurement, so it's 24 times 26. You can follow or you can use your own measurement. And then you need a pair of like small pieces. So the small pieces are like 20 times 10 centimeter. So you need a pair of them. And then you need a non-woven fabric. So I actually bought 1.6 meter times 1.6 meter in the price of 4 ringgit only. But you can, well, I think there's like cheaper prices out there. Just buy any non-woven will do. Just buy them and then make sure that you disinfect them first before using it. So I actually use the normal Dettol disinfectant spray, and I let it sit for like at least 30 seconds. I have cut them into pieces like this. Actually the measurement also depends on your face, but the one that I'm using is actually 24 times 10 centimeters. So this is how it looks like. And then you need a sewing kit, of course. A needle and a thread, and you need a ribbon. I actually just use like a used ribbon from the Bath and Body Works, so I kind of like reuse a lot of things. Just make sure that you clean them first. And also I kind of find it difficult to get non-woven fabric. So if you cannot find non-woven fabric, you can actually use this bandage. I am not so sure what is it called, but the bandage looks something like this. As you guys can see, there is one hole over there. So when you actually spotted some holes, maybe don't use that area. Make sure that you get those that are like fully covered. And for the non-woven mask, you actually need 3 of them, at least 3 of them. Well, it's not that the more the better, but if it's too much, it's very difficult for you to breathe. And I actually use 3 because usually face masks, they use 3 plies, so that's why I just use 3. Now that you have all the tools, all the materials, then it's time to get sewing. Okay, so first of all, before we sew, you wanted to just fold the big fabric in 3 folds, just as the photo shown, and then only you sew them together. And then on the other end, it's important for you to like clean up the edge so that it is neat. And how I do it is that I would just kind of fold it like a little bit, like probably like this much, and then I would sew them together. So I have done sewing the end. So it's one side here, and then another, and then another one here. Then when you lay it flat, it's gonna look something like this. See, there's like in the middle, there's like two folds. Let me just hold them together so they don't go to places. Okay, so the next step is to actually like wrap around. So the messy one, like this, it should be in the behind. So I'm actually using my t-shirt as the fabric base. So I have this over here, I have this nice sewing, so I just use this as the front part. So this part is a little bit tricky because holding the fabric together when you are folding it, after you fold it, it will be a bit tricky because the fabric always moves by itself for some reason. Okay, I have managed to roll them around together so it looks something like this on the front and looks like this in the back. As you can see, I'm putting this layer behind this. Okay, and then I'm going to sew this side and this side with this kind of folded position. So after you wrap them around, you wanted to take the smaller piece of the fabric and just place them on the edge just like so, and then you can sew them together. You guys can see, even though we cut 20 times 10 centimeter earlier, but actually there is a bit of leftover when you sew them together because you have to fold this, right? So I'd like to keep it like 20 times 10 centimeters so that because sometimes you don't know where like how you're gonna fold it and if it's going to fall perfectly. So I'd like to keep an extra. So then for this extra piece of fabric, we just cut them off like so. Yep. So one side is done. So this is kind of how it looks like. I know that the stitches are not that clean because this is like for my personal use. So actually I'm not that perfectionist for personal use. So if you guys are just making this for personal use, you guys don't have to be like so neat. As long as all the materials are there, all the materials are are disinfected, then you're pretty much good to go. So yeah, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like from behind. And then I'm going to finish the other side and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I have stitched the other end and this is how it looks like. You can see. So as you guys can see, it's a bit folded here and the folding is not that neat because yeah, it's supposed to very neat, like it's supposed to be neat, like it has to look like this actually, but I think you guys can do better. So yeah, this is actually how my outcome looks like. And the behind looks something like this. Sorry, it looks something like this. So as you guys can see, there's like a hole to insert stuff here. It's like a pocket. So yeah, and then we're actually almost done. So once you have done this, you basically just need to insert the ribbon or any like rubber band, or if you have a hair tie, you can also use that and put it over here. This is like for the ear loop kind of thing. So you insert it here. So as you guys can see, I actually spare a little bit of hole over here and a little bit of hole over here as well. If you don't leave a hole, it's actually fine because you are stitching this part, right? So you don't really have to I mean, you can still snug in the ribbon. And then when you are done, you just put the non-woven fabric inside here, all three of them. So I'm going to just put in the ribbon and then I will show you guys how to insert the non-woven fabrics. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, the ribbons are attached and I'm going to show you guys how I use it. So it's something like this. Okay, as you guys can see, the foldings that we did earlier is actually used to kind of expand according to our nose, our lips and stuff like our face contour. So yeah, and then this is how to put the non-woven inside. So we have the non-woven right here, all three of them. So just stack them together. Right, and then just kind of fold it a little bit like this. Then open the inside part of your mask and put it inside. It's kind of like refilling a tissue box, I would say. And ta-da, you're done. So it's just like this, and then you cover it up. Alright, so it looks something like this behind. It looks like this in the front. And then you just wear it. Like so. Ta-da! It's actually done. So how to use this reusable face mask is actually after you're done, let's say by the end of the day, you come home and you have done using it. So just take out the non-woven and throw it away. And then for this particular fabric one, you have to put it in the washing machine or like wash it by hand, like using a detergent or something, and then you hang it dry, and then the next day you have to use a different one. So you can't actually use this for many days in a row. I recommend you guys to just use it once per day, except that the outer part you can wash it again and dry it, and then the next day probably it's already dry, then you can use it again. And then when you use it again, you just fill it with a new non-woven fabric. So I recommend you guys to like cut this non-woven fabric a lot, so that after it's dry you just have to put them inside and you can wear it just like normal. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is my tutorial on how to make your own face mask. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this is beneficial, and let me know if you guys like this kind of tutorial, so I will make more in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.